Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 9. Today we're going to be talking about some new photos that have been released for Episode 9, which is the big return of Stephen Amell as Green Arrow. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future DCTV videos later this year. Okay guys, so as we all know, episode 9 of season 9 is going to be a huge episode. It's the next episode. We just saw episode 8, which is supposedly the last interlude episode, and the way that episode 9 has been described, at least to me, is this is going to be like a partial interlude. Like, it won't have such big consequences in regards to maybe the villain of the back half of the season. However, it's an important episode, and it's not just a filler episode like some of the past interludes over the last 3 episodes. And so this episode is titled It's My Party and I'll Die If I Want To. We've broken down that title before in a separate video, which should be up on the channel right now, so just go on my channel page and find it. And basically, It's My Party and I'll Die If I Want To is just a reference to the song It's My Party, and in the lyrics it says it's my party and I'll cry if I want to, and it's a great song. Go listen to it if you haven't. But you know, the Arrowverse likes to do this. I've discussed that before. It's just a punny title, and I think it makes a lot of sense considering that Green Arrow's coming back from the death and we have no idea how he's going to be back alive. So I think they're going to be talking about death quite a lot in this episode because of the fact that Stephen Amell is back and it's actually him, as you can see in the photos that they just released. So I'm going to be breaking down these photos. We've only got 3 photos. But first up, let's talk about this. This is our first proper good look at Stephen Amell as Green Arrow. Obviously, we did have the trailer the other day. Go check out my video. I did a trailer breakdown on that, which is up on the channel right now. But this is our first good still of Stephen Amell as Green Arrow, finally in his suit once again, alongside the Flash, played by Grant Gustin, of course. It is so exciting. I mean, that's just the greatest understatement to say. It's exciting to see these two suited figures standing next to each other. It's been way too long since we've seen this, and as an Arrowverse fan, I am just dying to see this moment. To see them side by side in the episode is just going to be everything to all of us Arrowverse fans. So please watch this episode. Like, get ready guys, it's coming. Episode 9 is the next episode. Yes, we have got a few weeks break off, but at the end of April, we're going to be seeing it. So stick around for that. Let's break down this photo. So we know this scene was shown in the trailer, and the scene basically had Bloodwork in his full, like, kind of monster form, facing off against, initially, Oliver and Diggle. And it seems, as you can see in this photo, that Grant's Flash comes into the fold, and I presume he's been dealing with other stuff in regards to Bloodwork's minions, because he's been controlling a bunch of other people, including what I think look like Argus agents in the trailer. So he's obviously going to have his hands full with that, and then he's probably going to come along zip round and help out with taking down the Bloodwork monster version of himself. And so yeah, let's look at the suits. Well, obviously Grant's suit hasn't changed at all. It's exactly the suit that we've had so far. We weren't expecting any changes, so no surprises there. In terms of the Green Arrow suit, he's got his bow and arrow back. We saw that in the trailer that Barry was actually gifted it by John Diggle literally just earlier in the day, before somehow the Green Arrow came back from the death. Like, Oliver's back, and so he's got that bow and arrow because Barry obviously had it in Star Labs, so it was very handy considering that he's in Central City and they are in need of an archer. And so his costume is exactly the same. Stephen looks great in it. I really just can't believe this is happening, and I'm so happy it's happening before the show ends. So yeah, this is an awesome photo. Let's move on to the next photo. This features not only our 2 main characters, that being the Flash and Arrow, but also Spartan, aka John Diggle, played by David Ramsey, and then to the right of the image we have Kid Flash, who is joining the lineup. So they are all going to be facing off against Bloodwork, and so it seems like Barry has had to deal with Kid Flash. We saw in the trailer Kid Flash is taken over by Bloodwork at one point, and you can presume by this point Barry's been able to actually crack through that and get Kid Flash to snap out of it, and so now he's helping the team take down Bloodwork so he's not affected again. And so yeah, Kid Flash suit exactly the same as before. It looks cool, very CW, and I think it just suits what he's going for, and they're not going for an upgrade. He's been pretty much away for a while, so it's good to see that he's kind of in that same costume. Spartan's wearing exactly the same costume that you saw at the end of Arrow Season 8. I still like that they have the kind of green glowing thing in his visor. That's obviously a reference to him potentially being linked to Green Lantern, but that obviously never has come to fruition. But maybe we get some hints and teasers in this episode, you never know. But yeah, this lineup is just amazing. It's like some of our best characters from the Arrowverse, and it's so great to see them all finally lining up. And as I've said recently and over the last few years, since we've had no major crossovers apart from on The Flash, and The Flash feels like the only show that cares about crossovers, so it's been great having Armageddon, having this episode, having Nia show up on a Flash episode this season, having that Supergirl crossover. It's really great, and so I think this just feels even bigger and more impactful because it is the final season, and this feels like a big moment in the season. So this is going to be the episode before things kick off with the new villain, who is maybe Cobalt Blue, as we've been speculating about as of recently. And so I hope this somehow sets up something to do with that final graphic novel so they can get a jump start on it. But this episode is going to be huge because you got these returning faces facing off against Bloodwork, and we have to get into the nitty-gritty about how is Oliver here? How is he alive? Where's Kid Flash been? Why is Bloodwork going after Kid Flash? And why come to Central City? Did Oliver come back from the dead and team up with Team Flash plus John Diggle just to take down Bloodwork? I don't feel like that is actually going to happen. Like, that seems very unlikely. It's probably more likely that somehow he's come back and it just so happens Bloodwork has broken out of Argus. Maybe that's the link to Diggle, and he's come back, and you know, Diggle's come to Central City, and then suddenly all of a sudden Oliver appears, and you know, we'll have that explanation about how he's actually alive. But for now, they're obviously going to be very preoccupied, and I don't think they're going to be questioning what's going on, even though Oliver is supposed to be dead. He died in Crisis on Infinite Earths, and it's been a while since then, and it's been like 3+ years. So it's really great to see him back. And it's great to see Kid Flash back. It's been a long time. Yes, he was on Legends, but he doesn't always appear in The Flash, and so it's really great to have him in this lineup in this very important episode. Okay, so the final photo we have is of Barry facing off against Sendell Ramon-Murphy's Bloodwork is back, and this is at Barry's surprise party that we saw in the trailer. We know that everyone in Team Flash gets knocked out after their drinks are spiked by Bloodwork. We don't see Bloodwork here in the trailer, but it's inferred that it's him, and so he shows up afterwards. Barry's like the only one that's not been knocked out because I guess he didn't drink enough, or maybe it's something to do with his metabolism. And so I think the idea here is Bloodwork wanted a face-to-face with Barry just to basically tease him about what is to come, based on, you know, him getting revenge basically. So he's going to unleash hell on Central City, and Barry's going to have to stop them. It's interesting that Barry didn't like quickly get into his Flash costume. I guess there's always a chance. The reason that I say this is at his party is you can tell from the purple lighting that this is pretty much confirmed to be at Barry's surprise birthday party. So yeah, he's being a bit of a party pooper, that Bloodwork, and you know, I don't think he cares about that at all. So it's just like a situation that suits him. Plus, I'm pretty sure he has got to Kid Flash, and that's the reason he's able to get into Star Labs undetected and spike everyone's drinks. And I feel like he's threatened Wally with something. I don't know what it is. It has to be something very important to him, but I can't quite make out a good theory about who that could be or what it could be or anything like that. So that pretty much does it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Would really appreciate it. Also, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. We are uploading pretty much daily right now, so go check out the channel if you haven't yet and watch any recent video. I guarantee you guys will like it if you enjoyed this video. So for now, click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.